What is up, guys? Happy Saturday. Bobby Kicks back in the mix for Kickstory podcast. Here I am on this beautiful Saturday morning here in Arizona. Hot as always. Thank you for joining us on this special live. I have a shoulder pack right now because I have a sore shoulder. So that's what this is, okay, guys? Welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. Hopefully, you're all having a great week so far. Goatee will be joining us pretty soon here. And we got a special guest, Penny. Goes by Penny online, but his name is Richard, so he's going to be joining us in a couple of minutes here to show off his collection and tell his Kickstory too. So, Goatee, I see you just joined. Let me accept the invitation. Hold on one second, because I have the camera on reverse, and I'm using my little mirror thing. So, hold on one second here. Let me switch it up here. 1 second here. Let me accept that. It's a whole process here, so bear with me. Hold on. All right, Goatee, hold on a second. Accepting it. Put it back on the tripod. Oh, that's not going to work. Okay, so basically what I have here, my setup is I'm using my back camera, which is usually, the one that you take pictures with, right? And the reason why I do that is because that has everything's not reversed. So when you use the selfie camera, things are reversed, and I don't like how things are backwards. So I decided to use a mirror screen as a second screen to do this type of video too. So Goatee, I accepted it. So I don't know if you saw the invitation. So let me accept it one more time. Let me see if I can do that again. Hold on 1 second here. I have to go on the back of the camera here. Thank you for joining us, by the way. Thank you for all this love and support on this break from our season 3 break going into season 4. Accept. Okay, go live. I just accepted it again, Goatee. Let me know if you can see it. So we'll be getting started here in a second. There you go. There it is. What up,
Yo,
man?
yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, man?
Nothing much, man. Tell the audience where you're at and what you're doing, because I know you did a quick little live to show the people what you
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
out here. First of all, it's hot. Like, damn, Phoenix is hot. This reminds you, I live in the desert, man. We live in the desert, Bobby. Damn. Um, I'm out with the people, man. I've been out here for like hour and a half, 2 hours. This is for the release of the Air Jordan 10 stills. Bobby, super limited.
I guess
Like,
so, man. Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be like that, but I guess it is, man. Real quick, shout
super
out to
limited.
Argentina right now. We got a viewer from Argentina saying what's up, all the way
Argentina,
down
what's
south,
going
man.
on?
¿Qué
International
pasó?
flow,
¿Cómo
international
estás?
flow. Yes,
Gracias.
sir. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
there he is.
So,
Yep, go ahead.
yep, I'm out here, man. Look, this line. Look at the line right here. People been here. People been out here since like 6:30 in the morning, Bobby. So, they selling pupusas. Look, they selling pupusas out here. I mean, it's
Uh-oh.
a thing. It's a thing,
Oh,
man. So
oh,
it's cool for me. It brings back that the culture, sneaker culture, is still alive. People excited about drops. We
right.
didn't get most people didn't get accepted in sneakers to win the Jordan 10 steals. So I decided to come out here, put the goatee vision going, and just hang out with the people, man. Talk about Kickstory, talk about what's their first love. So that's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at, Bobby.
Awesome, man. That sounds good, man. It's nice to see that hype of like anticipation come back, which is something that's been missing for a while. So
Right.
I'm really surprised they made them super limited like that. So hopefully, Jordan Brand, if you're listening, save us a batch for those that want it still, because I want my pair, and I still have my OG pair, but I would love the pair to play in. I want to wear them. I want to experience them, because my OG pair could only go so far. So that'd be nice to,
Right.
to have. But yeah, man,
Right.
good luck to
We'll
you.
see.
And,
Thank you, man.
you
We'll
know,
see. We'll see.
yep. So I see we got Richard, aka Penny, on the live here, so we can join in with him.
So let's do it.
So let me accept that invitation real quick. Roman, thank you for joining us desde Argentina.
Yes, sir.
Muy
Happy
bien,
Saturday,
muchas
guys. Happy
gracias.
Saturday to everyone. Happy
Yeah.
Saturday.
Let me hold on 1 second here, because I got it on reverse here. And I was telling my
Who is
on the
hot?
live my setup here. Hold on 1 second. Do-do-do-do-do. So I don't know if I showed you, Goatee, as I'm talking and doing this, I have a second screen that I bought as like my front camera, because I don't, if you notice when you do your selfie camera, everything's reversed.
I mean,
You know, like
not for really for iPhone. iPhone is
no, 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 no.
iPhone.
It is. Look, your selfie camera. Look at your New York. It's reversed. That's what I mean by
Yeah,
reverse.
got it. Richard, what's
So
up, brother? What's going on,
What's
man?
going on, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Better
happy
late
Saturday,
than
man.
never. Sorry, I'm late to the party, but we here,
All
man.
good,
We
all
here.
Yes,
We
good.
here. Woo.
all good, man. All good, all good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Shoot, I was on my way back here. Was bowling a little bit, and I was like, oh shoot, got to make it to kicks.
Yes,
So we
Yeah,
sir.
here. We
great to
Richard,
here.
hear, man. Thank you
Richard,
again for joining us.
Ri- yes, Richard. Real quick, I'm outside with the people, man. On online for the Air Jordan 10 steals, man. So bring
Yo,
it
the
back
line.
over.
Yo, I was on my way back, and I'm seeing all these lines. I'm like, yo, people are really out here for the tens.
Yes.
People are really out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah,
funny
like
Mm-hmm.
because
they.
it's an underrated shoe. Like when it comes to the tens,
Yeah.
people don't really gravitate towards the tens, but for some reason they want this one. So
Yeah, you know what it is? I think it's just the hype,
The hype.
along with like, it's more closer to the OG, obviously, even though it's not really the OG release, but it's the closest thing that people have gotten in a while. And
Right.
what got me too was the fact that they brought the teal Jumpman on the bottom back. I was like, once I see that, I was like, okay, they know what they're doing.
They know what they're
yeah, that's a
doing
They
good
know
because
what
that's a
they're
good
doing. They know
observation.
all
what they're
Yep.
doing.
all the retros have been the red jump man. So yep.
Yep. Yeah. Now the
Hmm.
only thing that I noticed too is that from the original, with the toe cap, right? There's on the Jumpman on I think the right shoe is not facing the opposite side. They're both facing one way.
Well. You got to
Yeah,
understand
right, right.
there were two factories. So
You're right.
one of the factories had that mirror joint
Right.
that facing each other. Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people are like nitpicky about that or whatever. But other than that, chef's kiss.
Yeah,
There
yeah.
you go. There you
Real
go.
quick before we start, I said today's a tens day, so I had to bring in some Seattle tens
All
to the
right.
mix.
Okay. Listen.
Yeah, just
Listen.
just to represent for the tens.
If they need to bring, I mean, we all know which 10 they need to bring back, right? Like, yeah,
Sacramento,
yeah, yeah. We need the Sacramento 10s. We need those.
Sacramento.
We need those. But other than
Hmm.
that, like, if they're doing them the way that they're
City.
doing these, I'm here for it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir. Yes,
definitely.
sir.
The tens are underrated. One of my favorite shoes. Very comfortable on court too. The retros
Very
that I have,
comfortable.
I play them on
Mhm.
court. They feel super bouncy, super great on court. So very very nice shoes.
Yeah.
Um, so real quick to get things started, Richard, if you want to introduce yourself, first of all, thank you again once again for joining us on the Saturday.
Thank you for
Thank you
having me.
everyone
Yeah.
that's joining us as well. If you
Yes,
can
yes,
introduce
yes.
yourself to the crowd that people don't know you and your handles and all that good stuff. If you can do that to the crowd for the crowd for us.
All right. Hey, y'all, everybody. My name is Richard, aka Pani. So that's how we pronounce it. So
Funny.
PAANI. So PAA underscore NII underscore. It's actually like my Ghanaian name. So that's how like I'm referred to by like my friends, my family, so on and so forth.
Right there.
AKA the '90s African. So I usually like dabble in anything like that triggers nostalgia. Hashtag my phrase living my life like nostalgia. So anything that just brings back a memory, that jogs a memory for anybody, like especially like focusing on like '90s stuff or whatever, that's what I usually gravitate towards. So like I'm a very chill, laid back person, not just with clothing, not just with sneakers, like just in general with life, music, all of that. So
Right,
anything
right,
that
right.
brings that nostalgia vibe, I'm here for, and I try to channel that through a lot of my posts and stuff like that, anything from the music to the clothing to like the pieces that I wear to like the stories that I tell, so that's literally just a little bit about me, especially when it comes to like IG. Other than that, I'm a nurse. I work at New York Presbyterian Brooklyn Methodist
Oh
Oh,
down
okay,
wow.
in
you
New
work at
York.
Brooklyn Methodist.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm at Methodist. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, I'm
Yep.
right there in Park Slope.
Park
But
Slope. Yep.
but I live down over here in Wu Tang Land, aka Staten Island. So
Dowling.
yeah, Shaolin. Gotta do it one time for the one time. There we go. There we go. Yeah. So I've been out here pretty much since like early 2000s. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, Crown Heights, right at Ebbetsfield. I lived there for a few years, and
Big
then
up.
I moved out to the island like in '02, '03, and I've been here since. But I work in Brooklyn. I've been working in Brooklyn for about like 7 to 8 years, so I'm still like back and forth within the community from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just a little snippet about me.
You know what?
Nice.
Real quick, I love it. I always get excited when my home soil's mentioned because I mean, Richard, you know, Brooklyn's its own little special little universe in New York
Oh
City,
yeah,
man. You
listen,
know,
it's the capital city of the world right now. People think that when you hear New York, right? People think Manhattan. Now, like listen, people talking about Brooklyn now. Brooklyn's on the come up. It's
bro,
always
and
been
you
on the
know what?
come up, but
You know what? It's good to see because my version of Brooklyn wasn't on the come up.
oh
It's what people stay away from. So it's good to see Brooklyn being recognized in a positive manner. That's all I have to say, man.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good thing and a bad thing too, because when you get all the spotlight, that means everyone's gonna flood over there, and you know how that can
Good
go.
point. Good
You
point.
know,
Yes,
Good
yeah,
point.
it's a good and a
yeah.
bad to it, right? I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the gentrification and all of that.
Yeah.
Sometimes it drives people that have been born and raised there out of their own community. So, that's
Me,
not. Yeah.
I'm an example. I balance. I'm like, man, I can't even afford to live in my own soil no more. It's
No,
ridiculous.
right, right. It's
Come
crazy.
on now. Come on now. Real quick, let's talk about your intro. Let's talk about that first love, your intro to kicks, like in whether Brooklyn or Shaolin. Like, let's talk about your kicks, bro. What was your first love?
Okay, so it's crazy because I was never really into kicks like that growing up because it wasn't more so about the kicks I wanted. It was the kicks that I could afford to get. We all been there, So it's
Yeah.
like, you know,
Yeah,
um, your parents bring you to Foot Locker or wherever, not even Foot Locker, shoot. Sometimes it was even Payless. I know
Payless.
the kids today, they don't know about Payless, but listen, that was the thing where if you couldn't get your kicks, like you couldn't get the kicks that everybody had, but you got something on your feet. But what I will say is looking back at like photos a few years ago when I was looking at like, archives and stuff like that, like there was one sneaker that I saw that my parents had me wearing like when I was like a little young buck. I want to say like 95.
Yeah. What's that? Ooh, flight ones.
Ooh.
Wait a
Wow.
minute. Wait. I was
Okay.
thinking, Bobby, I thought I was going to see like a Payless thing. He came through with the flight ones.
No, no, I was,
Yeah,
and
man.
listen, that's what got me because I'm
Woo.
looking through the photos and it took me years. Like it took me maybe about 2 or 3 years for me to figure out like, yo, what sneaker was that? Because I wasn't really into it like that. So I had to literally like research like, yo, when was this photo taken? 95. All right, bet what basketball sneakers came out that year. Then once I seen the comparison, I was like, wait, hold on. Flight One, I looked up the Flight One, I was like, yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
that
very
was
cool, man.
probably like that was
Woo.
my subconscious. That was my subconscious first love or first introduction into kicks.
Oh, that's
So
fire.
Wow.
yeah, but
And Penny Hardaway was the man, dude. Like
wow.
he was an awesome player, dude. I just wish he never would have got injured to really see his career,
Attention.
you know,
Yeah.
just go
Right,
forward.
Bobby.
But it's one of those things, yeah.
Yo,
Hmm.
and the flight ones that design, like, it's well known. Jordan wore them for one game, right? Because they during the introduction to the Concords, transition into the black Concords.
Yep.
Um, but when Penny wore those and when those came out, and you had the number one sticking out, and just that silhouette, the way it was, just the creativity, the how the lines from the back of the heel meant to
Yep.
go up to a little bit
Hmm.
of the upper, and it was just a beautiful looking shoe, man.
You had the
Damn,
pins.
Yeah.
You had the look. You have the pin stitching over here that was on the jerseys too, like
Yeah,
on the
that's an
pinstripe.
hoodies
awesome
and the
feature.
Come
Yep,
pinstripes.
yep.
Yep.
on, the
Yep.
Nice
pinstripe,
Yeah,
detail.
man.
the little circular. Hold the sneaker up for a minute, if you don't
Yeah, I
mind,
got
Richard.
you. I got you. I got you. I got you. Let me go into detail
I
real
mean,
quick.
you just come on, Bobby
Come on.
Kicks.
And you know what's crazy? The retro didn't come out have my pair, like the grade school pair that I wore back in '95, did
Right.
not have white laces. It had I mean no, it had white laces, sorry.
Yeah.
This pair came with black. So once I
Right.
seen that, I was like, nah, I gotta make sure it's like the
Oh, nice.
'95. So that's why I had to throw in the white
That's
laces
the
over here. Because a lot of
Kickstory.
the regular pairs have the regular black laces on it. So I
Yeah.
was like, nah, I gotta make
Great
sure.
observation. Great
Yeah,
observation.
101. That's why
And
I
and Richard. No, I was
yeah,
gonna say that's one thing I really notice about your style, man. You look at all the details, man. Like you do a great job of like capturing some of those, iconic photos of like back in the '90s, like with the
stop,
outfits and
stop.
stuff like that too. Honestly, I call that art, dude. That's a form of art. You have some
For
nice
sure.
photography, so
For
that's one of the
sure.
things.
that's one of the things I really love about your page is that you're recapturing those moments, those ads or those magazine spreads
To
and
the
different
T,
things like that.
Bobby. To the
Yeah,
T.
Yo,
Details. Yes,
yeah,
I'm
sir.
not. I won't lie. Like, I'm not gonna lie. It's a blessing and a curse because sometimes it really makes you, like, for example, like some of the things that I did, like from the catalogs that I had, like I think earlier in the year, I think in February, I did some of the pieces from the '91 catalog that he did back with
yeah,
the Air Jordan 6.
yep.
So trying to find a lot of those pieces in, like, that he wore in the catalog in my size was literally one of the hardest things, or just period, like the hardest
What's
things
your
ever when
size?
it
What's
comes
your
to, like,
size? Tell the audience
I
what's your
usually wear
size.
like an XL or like a 2X. I can, just if I
Right.
like the baggier fit, I'll go for 2X. But if I want
Right.
to just make sure it fits properly, probably like an XL. So
Right.
Yep.
just finding any like Jordan apparel or anything in that size sometimes is like, like a diamond in the rough, because you have people that either have a dead stock that never wore it, so it's in pristine condition. They
Right.
wore it, and it just got worn out over time. They washed it, dried it, so it shrunk. Like, there's
Yeah.
just so many things that go into like collecting. So, like, for example, like, I
I was about
have,
to say, yeah, let's show
yeah,
us
I
some
got you right
pieces.
now. So, for example, like I said, the '91 shoot, right? I have this jacket right here, right?
Yeah,
The
From
that's
the
an awesome one.
catalog.
the Bordeaux.
Yeah, yeah. So he had this one on in that catalog as well. Here, let me
Doesn't
unzip it.
the inside is like
Oh yeah,
it's
yeah,
got
I got
Bordeaux.
you. Let me flip the camera real quick.
Yeah,
So you got the
yeah.
inside over here, which is the maroon, and then
Bobby,
you have
memories,
the shirt
Bobby.
logo over here.
Yeah, yeah,
Woo.
So
yeah.
the
That's
hardest
hard to
thing,
find in the XL. You right.
yo, like, it was ridiculous. It was really hard to find that in an Excel. And
Right.
when you think you find it, right? Sometimes it won't have the tag, but it'll have the measurements. Even the measurements sometimes, just if it's off by like just like an inch or something, that fit is too tight. When I first got this jacket, um, it was a little too small for me, so I had to circle back and then cop this one, which fit a lot better. So it was like, now
Right.
I had two jackets. But what I did was, with the photographer that helped me, shout out to Strangers Need Love. That was a photographer that helped me do this.
Nice.
So he, when he did that shoot for me, I gave him the other jacket. So, as a gift.
Nice. Cool,
Yeah.
cool.
That's
hmm
fly.
So
That's fly.
I usually, like, if anything, if I have something, I usually pick it up in my size. I'll always just gift it, because at the end of the day, like, I just don't. I'm not really big on like selling stuff like that. Whatever. I mean, obviously you could, but for me, if I could just give it away and just have somebody like rock it and do something really good with it,
That's
that's
awesome.
that's yeah,
That's
I'll
love.
stick with that. Yeah.
So let
So,
me ask you. So Richard, you're a Jordan fan then? It sounds like, and it looks like, right?
oh yeah, yeah, that's
Okay.
all. Go greatest of all time.
There you
Yes,
go. So
sir.
let me ask you. Let me ask you. What was your first Jordan that you got that started, your collection of Jordans? What was that first
Okay,
Jordan?
so
Praise.
it's crazy because, like I said, like, I got into the sneaker game kind of later. Like, I want to say my first Jordan that I ever picked up, I don't even have that sneaker with me anymore. It wasn't even like a OG. It was like a retro. It was the turbo greens, the ones, and this was when the ones was
Oh,
popping,
gotcha.
and this was
Turbo
like
Green,
in
yeah.
2019. So
2019. Okay.
yeah, 2019 during All Star, when they were doing All Star in Charlotte. So the Turbo Greens came out, and I was like, "Oh, that's a nice sneaker." So I remember I like went for it. I even doubled up on it. I was like, "Yo, I really like this sneaker, whatever, blah blah blah." And this was like, "Yo, this is crazy. This is my first Jordan that I've ever really owned," and I want to say that was probably like my real introduction into like the whole like sneaker game. I didn't really start collecting like OGs until maybe like, what was my first Jordan OG? I want to say it was probably the what was my first Jordan OG? Oh, these right here. Here we go. Ah,
Okay.
military force.
Okay.
Ooh.
Military
Yeah.
force. Yeah.
Military
Yeah.
force. I
Yep.
want to say
Yep.
that was my
Wait, wait,
first.
wait, 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 wait. You got the military force 1989?
No, no,
90?
no, not 89. I
Oh, oh,
wish. Oh, I wish. I
oh,
wish.
okay.
No, this is the most recent retro from
Right.
last year, I believe. Yeah.
Last year,
But
yep.
I actually had the 2012 pair. So I was on
Yep.
trade block a lot. So when I
Yeah.
traded, that was the first pair that I ended up getting was the military blue fours. That was the first pair of
Question.
Jordans that I ever owned. Yeah.
Question. You're deep into details. You lived the moment of those details. You were young, 90s, right? But you
Hmm.
weren't really into the sneaker culture. So how did you get this well-versed education and knowledge of knowing the exact pieces, the exact sneaker with the clothes? How did you learn that?
So, um, I want to say 2018, 2019 was when I really started like learning. I just came out of school. You finally had some money. You work and you get some money, so now you can start to buy stuff. And for me, I didn't just want to buy regular stuff and not know about it. Like, I was a little into like the hype beast era too. I had Yeezys. I had some off white stuff I was going for and all of that. Um, but then I really liked vintage stuff. So what I would do is I would get a lot of vintage pieces and pair them up with the new kicks that I bought. But I'm like, nah, that's not really doing it for me. It wasn't really fulfilling that thing. Like I had to really try to get the OGs. So
Right.
when I was on IG and I was posting stuff and everything, eventually pages came up like yours, pages like No Ideas Original, Dre the Shoe
Mhm.
God, Uncle Schooler, like Revenge of the Sneakers, Terrence, um, uh Big Macadocious, like just a lot of these pages, iconic, yeah, iconic studios, my boy Byron, like everybody was just posting all this stuff. Also my boy Nino over here too, like I am Nino Brown, like everybody was just posting just 90s apparel, 90s attire, the kicks, like, and not just the kicks, but like stories behind them, like how when they first came out, like how they originated, who wore them, like just how they styled them and everything. So all of that culmination is just stuff I've picked up over the years, along with just doing like my regular research. Just Google your best friend.
Right,
Okay.
right,
But
right, right, right.
those definitely like paved the way for me to like learn. Also, pages like Represent too that showed like the different styles throughout the eras and like trying to recreate those images and those styles or whatever. And that's really what influenced me to like push the narrative and like, okay, let me just not get the kicks. Let me try to get everything from the bottom up. So
Yeah.
that's what really like fed into my nostalgia. That's what feeds literally my nostalgia run right now currently. So
It's cool,
Yo,
that's
man.
where I'll say,
And,
yeah,
and all and
definitely.
all the names and all the names you just shout out right now. Shout out to all them, man.
those
Terrence,
are
Uncle
guys.
Tula, all those guys,
Salute,
man.
guys.
Yeah,
Really cool dudes. Like you said, yeah, they have really cool collections. And every time I see those pages, even yours, Richard, I always get like, man, I gotta spark up again my Bobby Kiss collection because there's so many things I want to bring out of the bins that I have. I have a bunch of stuff, all over the place in my little
oh yeah, I
office here.
see. I see in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
That's
and
And
it is
and
fun. It's cool to
go.
see the people like you to do that type of thing. Yeah,
And for me, I'm not a vintage collector, and I don't dress 90s. That's not my style. But I am a sneaker enthusiast and vintage enthusiast because I lived it, right? So
mhm.
so for me, I appreciate that's what gravitated myself to Bobby when I met Bobby, right? Was that, and then with you, Bobby and I was having side conversations, just the details, living those moments, and just like because I lived it, and that's my memory bank and I get the sneakers, of course, attached to it, I really can appreciate a person like you, even though you may not lived it or memorized or live that memory, you are doing your due diligence, doing your work to make sure that down
I
to the
appreciate
T.
that.
When
I
I saw
appreciate
you,
that.
when I saw you with the Jordan '92 Barcelona fit, do you have that nearby?
Let me see. Yeah, hold on, 1 sec.
Real
that's an
when I
iconic piece
saw
for sure.
That's an iconic piece. When I saw that picture of him, I was just like, okay, he gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it to the T, down
All
to
right,
the air.
so we
Yeah,
got the hat.
come on.
We got
Yes,
the
I
hat
have that hat
first.
too, man. I have that hat.
Yep,
That's a beautiful hat, man.
we got the hat. Let's see. Here we
Man,
go.
I wish I would have kept those shirts, man. I had two of those shirts.
Wish you would have too, Bobby. I wish you would have too, Bobby.
I got the shirt right over here.
Ah, gives me chills. Gives me chills.
Shirt right over here.
Congratulations, man. That's a beautiful piece, dude.
Here's the thing,
Love it.
Bobby.
Yeah,
Here's the thing.
and
To find that in the XL is crazy.
no, and the thing is, right, is like a lot of so for example, you can't there's no like you can't tell that it's an XL too. So you gotta go by. your sizing and all of that. And sometimes, especially with these shirts, right, you can tell that by the bottoms, the front is shorter than the back. So
Oh
even
yeah,
then,
yeah,
like
yeah. Mhm.
yeah, you have to try to like style it, make sure that like you maybe like tuck it in if anything, because like people aren't
Yes.
used to stuff like that. Like I remember when I first got it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. I was like, yeah, these style of shirts that he had back then were longer and tailored more to the back than the front. So the front would be shorter than the back. So I was like, ah, that makes sense. And the thing is, I had to learn that when I got the pieces. I didn't know that initially. Um, so yeah, and the top that I have right now is a little more in better condition than the bottoms, because the bottoms
Mm.
that I have are even like a medium. I'll show you those right now.
Oh
And
wow.
yeah, those are like a medium. So for me, I had to really like I was like, ooh, I had to, you know, do a lot of cardio, get some lose a little weight from the hips in order for me to be able to make that work. But I did eventually get to do that for me to be able to put on that fit. And I already told you guys that when I had to, let's see, where
I
are
was gonna say
you?
real quick as you're looking for that yeah, so that shirt, the way it's tailored, like has those little cuts on the sides. It was made for
Yep,
tucking in. And
yep,
if you notice, Jordan likes to tuck in a lot of his shirts, even in his shorts, even when he's
Right,
practicing. That's a thing.
exactly.
So they
right,
tailor a lot of that around his style. So I like that, man. That's really cool.
right.
Yeah, so you can see the shorts over here.
Beautiful
Beautiful,
shorts, man.
It's
beautiful,
it
beautiful.
Wow.
Come
the
Oh,
elastic is still here too. So
I can fit those
on.
mediums, man.
Bobby
yeah, so
plotting. Bobby, you always plotting, man. You always
Dude,
so the
plotting.
crazy
I just think I
so
just
the
have
crazy thing
flashbacks, man,
was
of the pieces I had in my hands for a while,
Love
So
that.
beautiful
Love
stuff,
that.
man.
yeah,
Love
so the
that.
thing was well for these, right, is that because it was like a little more on the medium side, like the only good thing was that the elastic was there. So even when like, I had to fit it and stuff like that, I was able to make it work. But when it
You
comes to
Nice.
still
combos, man, I
you still
don't
got the
play.
sneakers? You still got the sneakers to those? Those
I
instructions?
think I do too. Give me 1 second. The Pegasus 92s. I
Pegasus
do.
92, excuse
Yes,
me.
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, the
Pegasus
actual runners.
92s.
Yeah.
The actual
Yep,
run.
I
Pegasus
have I have
92s.
those too. Don't worry. They're let's see.
So let me ask you, as you're walking right now, how many shoes do you have in your collection?
Too many.
Okay.
I have I have too many, but the thing is when it when it comes to the shoes, right? If I have to figure out let's see, where are those flight
It's so hot out
92s?
here. I'm sorry, guys. It's
No,
so hot.
seriously.
Oh my God. I'm
Um,
doing
You
this
didn't
live
bring
with
any
you
water?
guys.
You don't have like a
I got
personal sprayer?
nah, I don't. uh,
in the basement?
I
Okay.
got water, Bobby,
In the
but
back room,
that
right?
water's
Okay.
just temporary.
Sounds like you
So
just drove
I
over there without really
The white ones.
prepared.
Bobby, I didn't plan on this. I didn't
That's what
plan
I'm
on
saying.
this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't plan at all. uh,
Oh, we see someone commenting. Give us a number. Give us a number of how many shoes you got.
estimate, rough estimate.
All
Oh,
right.
nice.
So if I have to guess how many shoes I have, right? Okay, here we go. So here we
Yeah.
Yeah,
go.
beautiful, beautiful shoes. Very cool.
Yep. 92s. If
You
I have to
Love
guess,
it.
US hold on real quick. I just USA on the tongue. That seals the deal. But go ahead.
yep,
Come on now.
Oh, wow.
yep,
Come
That's
on now.
awesome.
Come on now.
yep, yep. If I have to guess, right, how many shoes I have in my collection? Um, I want to say it's about maybe, maybe like 50,
Okay,
Okay.
maybe, maybe
That's
50. Yeah,
solid.
that's
That's
good.
solid.
That's manageable. That's manageable. It's not too, okay.
That is man,
yeah.
Bobby. That's a good
Cause
point. You said manageable because if you once you get into the
yeah,
hundreds, 150, 200s, you're gonna be sneakers. That's when sneakers start cracking on you because you're like, I
yeah,
forgot I
yeah.
had them.
It's
Yeah, you gotta
yeah,
constantly
yeah.
wear them, and then
It's
you have to find a space to put them. You have to get the special boxes. All this. There's a lot
yeah, man.
behind it,
Listen,
So
I have, I have boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes on shoes on shoes. So yeah, so
looks like you have more
it's
than 50.
definitely. Oh no, 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 no. It's not more than 50. No,
Okay.
I. It looks like a lot, but trust me, it's not. I don't have. It's either about 50 or a little less than 50. I would say that.
Yeah, that's a good number. I think that's a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a solid number. So 50. So just to go back a little bit, your unconscious Kickstory was the Air Flight ones.
Hmm.
Consciously, your Jordan that you OG was the you said Pine
Turbo
Green. What was it called?
Turbo Green.
Was the
Tur-
military blues.
no, no, Turbo
Oh, the
Green, Turbo Green,
Turbo Greens was
Turbo
the first
Greens. Then
ever
we got
Jordan that I ever
then
bought. Yeah.
we got military. So
Yep.
you got into this real sneaker energy just a little bit before COVID.
Yes.
Okay, so your 50 pairs is accumulating for the past couple of years. What would you say is your top five? Like, what's your top five
Okay.
silhouettes? And if you can show them, like,
All
what are
right.
they?
So number one, my
We're going to
my
number one. Okay, straight to number
favorite
one.
sneaker of
Oh,
all time. Of
Bobby, this
all
is different.
like
It's usually 5 to 1. Okay.
no, 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 no. I'm gonna start off number one first because this is like so one of the reasons why this sneaker is my favorite of all time is because while I was in college too, right? Like my cousin ended up buying the sneaker for me, right? And I just used to wear it like daily driver religiously every single day. Um and the silhouette was comfortable. It's a silhouette that you can wear, you can't go wrong with. Like it's timeless. It's a Tinker, So you already
Okay.
know that, when Tinker when he does his stuff, he does his stuff. And obviously it's a running shoe. So
Okay.
one of
Yeah.
those '90s running shoes, those '90s Air Max running shoes, you can't beat those. Those are always classic. You always throw them on. They're never gonna go out of style. So for me, my number one greatest sneaker of like in my collection, like hold near and dear to me
Ooh,
is
of course.
Okay.
Yes.
90.
And
Yeah.
wait.
Infrared.
Specifically infrared.
no, not specifically infrared. Not
Oh,
specifically infrared. Crazy, right? Crazy. The
oh,
only reason why I even like have the infrared is because I can't find for the life of me the laser blues in my size.
laser
Mm.
blues is your number one
Laser
color of
blue.
the 90s.
That's my number one color. Number one color. Laser blue. Like if I had that, I would I could put that on a pedestal like in whatever. Like because
Yeah.
obviously blue's my favorite color, right?
What
Okay.
size you wear? What size you wear
15,
again?
15.
Okay, I'm gonna be
15.
on a hunt.
Wow.
And that's a whole nother Kickstory story because I'm pretty sure it's hard to find 15s for all sneakers you love.
The reaction. That reaction, man. That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna
So
be on a hunt. I'm gonna be on a hunt for some lazy blue 90s for you. I'll let you know.
yeah, and the 2020 version because I've seen versions from like 2010 and all of that. I
2020 has the OG slope.
Yes, yes.
I got
So,
you. I
yeah,
got you.
and it's funny because what the other colorway that I had before this, I had the women's exclusive. I had the pink Concords.
Pink Concord, yep.
I had the pink Concords.
Ooh,
I
nice.
remember I posted a photo of those like back in like 2020, and that was the first photo that like Nike sometimes they reach out to people to use their photos for stuff or whatever, for
Cool.
like their pages and everything. That was the first photo that Nike had reached out to me to use like to monetize for like their pages and stuff like that. And then they
Oh,
eventually
wow.
posted it for Air Max Day. Yeah.
Very
Oh,
cool. Congratulations, man. That's awesome.
they reached out, they DM'd you and say, hey, can you
Yeah, they
curate
comment.
something?
Yeah. So what they'll do is they'll comment on like your
Yep,
photo and they'll be like, hey,
yep,
we like your photo. We want to use this for like, one of our content, da da da. Like, reply yes, Nike, something like that, whatever. I remember I first saw it, I was like, this was like 5 years ago. So I was like,
yep.
dang, that's crazy. I'm over here thinking like, yo, why they what? I couldn't believe it. So that was like one of those. That's another reason why like the '90s really
That's fly.
resonates too.
That's a dope
Because that was
story.
like the first sneaker that like really got like had me monetized for like certain things or whatever. So
That's a
Very
dope
cool.
story.
all right, so that's number one, right? So that's
Number one.
number one. Greatest for me, greatest sneaker of all time. That's my favorite. That's number one.
What's number
Um,
two?
number two. Okay, number two for me,
Let's take a deep
right?
breath.
Number two for me, obviously, nostalgia can't beat it. I was wearing this and I didn't even know that it was my favorite until I knew. I already showed y'all, obviously,
Yep. Yep.
Yep, of
right?
Very
course,
cool.
of
So,
course, of
Air
course.
I
Flight.
got I got baby photos of me wearing these. I got photos of me in Ghana wearing these. So these,
Nice.
like,
Ooh.
if they retro these, I don't I need them, but it's
Hey,
not
hey,
looking
hey.
like it right now.
DM your picture of you in Ghana wearing it. We want to post it on. We want to feature that in our stories.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
got you.
awesome,
I
man.
got you. I'm
If
gonna
you have
send. I'm
that
gonna send
picture,
that to
yeah.
you. I got you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So so yeah. Number two for
Number two.
sure.
Now we have three.
Um, shoot. Number three, greatest of all time.
So
And
it's
this is
tough.
separate from like a Grail list, right? This is just like my favorite silhouettes,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
this is
just your
you.
favorites. Yep.
Okay, this is my favorite silhouettes. Okay. Okay. Number three. Oh, boy. Okay, yeah. Number three. Here we go. Ah,
Ooh,
Hey,
great. Yes. That colorway or just that silhouette?
colorway.
Okay, that's an awesome one. Yeah,
Colorway.
I love that one too. Yep,
look
yep.
at the
Colorway.
tail. Hold on, hold it up, hold it up.
Oh,
That's
see,
very unique. Look at the tail laces, Bobby.
But yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, you switched it up on us. Okay, that's cool.
yeah, sometimes you can't be like
Ooh.
everybody else. That's the thing about me.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't like
yeah.
being like I don't like being like everybody else.
Yeah,
If hey,
I
That's
and
right.
respect
that's
that.
an, and that's another thing too. That's the one thing that I feel like if I find I'm a bow out of the game is if I can find that Grape Five Wheaties box Michael Jordan fit.
I mean, you got that,
Ooh, I
Bobby?
had that top for a while and then I sold it.
You sold the
But
top.
I have all the other pieces. Yeah, you know what? As you're talking about it, hold on.
Yo, that fit, to have that baggy top with the shorts. Come on,
Yes,
man.
yeah,
Oh, there you go.
that right there. If I find I think his page is called OG Sneakerhead. He's the
Yeah.
only
Oh, just
other person that
yeah.
I know that has that fit. Literally, if I find it, number one, I'm putting it on, and number
Yeah,
two, I'm framing it, and that's it.
yeah.
Mm,
Shout out to OG Sneakerhead. He's an Arizona native too.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
shoot, I didn't even know that. That's tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out OG together. Yep.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, so that's
So
number
that's
three.
three.
That's three. All right, so four and five. Four and five. Four and
Dun dun
five.
dun dun.
Four and
Bobby, I
five.
love I love this. I love because it's so easy, but it's so hard. It's so hard to put
Yeah,
me
it is.
Yo,
into that.
it's
It's such a hard category.
we got another I got another Jordan. I got another Jordan. Hold on. Let me
Okay.
got, got another Jordan. It's another classic. Another one that I picked up last year. I had to circle the block back on. I had the 2014 pair and I
Okay.
had to circle black and I had to get these. Oh gosh, okay. Ugh.
Okay. Columbia's. Yeah, those are clean.
Columbia.
Very, very clean. That colorway or that
Columbia.
silhouette?
Colorway.
Okay.
Ooh, that's
Colorway.
that.
Colorway.
You take those over the Concord, white and black?
Yes.
Yeah, you know
I
what?
take
I see his point. I see his point.
I
Because now
take
that I'm
these.
thinking about it, like it's kind of oversaturated the Concords, the Concords. I think that color is has been under the radar for quite a while until its latest
Yeah.
release.
People
So yeah,
people have this OG as their least like favorite. And the thing is, right?
Right.
I like for me, I'm not a red colorway guy. Like I have white, black, and red Jordans. I do, but they're not like like I can't have too many of that. Like I like different color variations, stuff like that. Like this one is clean. You can wear with a lot of stuff. For
That is
me,
clean. That is clean.
I'm choosing like Columbia or UNC blue over any Chicago or anything colorways. That's just me. I'm not saying
interesting.
I'm
Okay,
just saying that.
I
That's just
love.
me.
okay.
You know what? I love your perspective, man. Super
That's just
unique,
me,
bro.
right? I'm gonna give the OG Chicago and bread colorways the respect that they deserve. But if I have to pick a colorway, I'm either gonna go with the UNC or Columbia colorway.
Love that.
Right,
Love
this is
that.
my
That's a
and
good
the
one.
same thing
Wow.
with the fives, right? A lot of people for the fives, their favorite will probably be the black metallics or maybe like the or the fire red with the black top, right? For me, my
Yeah, yeah.
favorite of all time is the grape.
Love it.
The
Love
great.
it.
I would have to agree with you. Grapes are awesome. I have about two pairs because I like them so much. Yeah.
Right,
hmm
yeah.
So
So
that's four.
I,
So now we down to our last one, number
so my
five.
last one. So if I have to choose my last sneaker favorite silhouette, and colorway of all time, It's gotta be. I'm trying to.
Number 5.
Uh,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Your list could switch up. This is just the mood you're in right
yeah,
now.
you're right. You're right. It can switch up, but
Yeah,
you
it's
know it's
not it's
crazy,
not set
right?
in stone. This is just, hey, we want to hear where your thinking's at.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. So silhouette. All right. I'm gonna give it to these because I actually been on the hunt and I got these for a steal too. So I'll give it to
Ooh, of course. That's
yeah.
goatee's favorite too. Yeah.
My
Yep.
favorite.
Yep.
My favorite.
I love the air flight Harachis. Let me tell you why. One of the things too is that in college, right, I had the regular Harachis, right? You know, the lows.
The
I had
runners,
those,
yep.
I wore those so comfortable for me. So I'm like, yo, I didn't know at the time, right? Because like I said, I wasn't into the sneaker game until later that they had the highs. So I'm like, yo, what? They had a high and this colorway, and this is like an OG. I'm sold. I
Yeah.
was like, I'm
And the
Right.
sold.
color combinations too. The color combinations on those are awesome too, man. Like those
Yeah,
those
like
colors representing the
from
90s
the
right there.
yeah, literally like nostalgic. You
So
can't beat
so
like
so your next picture, your next hunt is getting the Fab Five Michigan Michigan Wolverines tank top and short.
honestly
That's
that
your
might
hunt.
have to be that. Now that you've mentioned it, that might have to be.
Here's the thing: it got to be navy
Yeah, yeah.
because the yellow uniform they wore the Air Max, the Air Force Max. They didn't wear Hirachi. They
You're
wore the
right.
Yeah, yeah. With the
excuse
black
me,
socks. Yeah.
either the navy or the white jersey or the white. They never
Hmm.
wore the yellow with the Hirachi. So remember
Yeah.
that.
Yep. I
And
got you.
then
I have the. I have the.
when
I
you
have the.
get
I
that,
have the photo with Web with C Web when I posted these on my
yes
page. I have the
sir.
photo with C Web on them too. So
So
Oh, cool.
that's so this is your Kickstory project. To be on a hunt for the Fab Five, navy or white, top and bottom, take the pick. We need to feature that.
There's some
okay,
cool
okay.
photo shoots too. There's some cool photos of like I think C Web. He's on the floor. He's kind of like you know,
Yeah,
Hmm.
and he has that uniform on and stuff. So you can kind of recreate that because you do a good job of recreating that stuff. So yeah.
yeah. So
All right. So y'all
just an
give me
idea.
homework. That's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna see what I can do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see
Yeah,
what I
awesome,
yeah.
can.
man.
I'm
So
gonna see
let me
what I
ask
can
you
do.
this real quick. What was your latest pickup?
Right.
Okay, latest pickups. So I already showed you one of them, which was the Airfly Hirachis. That was actually one of my latest pickups. I got that for like a
Okay.
steal on like eBay for like I think like $96. Not too bad.
Yeah, and
Um,
it's tough because you're size 15, so you kind of have to take what you can get, right?
now let me give y'all this asterisk right now. When it comes to my gargantuan foot size, right? People think that it should be that. No, it's either I find it
Mhm.
and it's either overpriced
Yeah.
or I don't find it at all. Now, it's very rare that you'll find something like in a size 15 and then like maybe you can bargain them down and then they'll be like, all right, bet, because nobody really buys that size. But besides that, if it's a popular sneaker too, I'm not just fighting between regular people. I'm
Right.
fighting against NBA players, football players.
Ooh, good
Like these are
call.
people who
Good
have money that
call.
will drop it to get these kicks if they really need to. So sometimes that's one of the reasons too why it's a lot harder for me because it's like especially like certain kicks, like let's say I want to get like Kobe's or something like that, whatever, it's a whole nother ball game because I have to
True.
compete with
You're competing. You're
these
against the big
athletes.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
when people like, oh, it's a unicorn size or whatever, like number one, if size 15 they'll have maybe like three or four or five pairs made, and then after that,
Right.
the aftermarket price is already crazy. So like it's one of the first sizes to go.
I
That's a
forgot
good point.
that you're in a position you're battling against athletes.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. Damn, that's
yeah.
a good point.
And funny enough, right?
Damn.
I'm battling against athletes like Westbrook. Who else was a 15? Who else was Ray Allen? Um, who else was a 15 that I know? I think J.R. Smith. Oh, that's a good segue. So
Ooh.
speaking of J.R. Smith, right? So there's a store out here in Queens. Shout out to Image, New York, where
Oh yeah,
uh,
Image. You know what? You know what? My man, little brother's the owner of Image, man.
really?
Yeah, is it Image around? Is it around Elmhurst?
Yes.
Is it close to Elmhurst? Yeah, Image. Yeah. My bad. Go ahead. Continue. My bad.
So Image, right? Now, yeah, now they're out in Queens. They're out in
Right.
Queens, like yeah, like further out in Queens. So one day I go in there, and this is when like earlier, like when I was into like off whites and stuff and everything. When they had that going on, that was a craze.
Right.
So it turned out like he was going back to school. He was like transitioning back, doing golf and stuff, whatever.
Right.
So he was selling a lot of his collection there. So and he
Right.
wears a 15. So he had a lot of his like old PEs that he wore like on the Knicks, on
Right.
the Cavaliers, all of that, right?
Right.
So obviously, right? He's a superstar athlete, all of that. He has these kicks. He might have some of them, signed for his, by people. So
Right.
I happen to have two of those kicks, right?
Oh. Oh.
Um, I happen to have two of those kicks because they were selling them at Image, and people don't really who's gonna buy size 15, whatever. And a lot of what people don't realize is that when you have signed vintage items or signed like items like sneakers and stuff, the market value goes really low because if it's not authenticated or has like a plaque or something like that, people are like, oh, anybody could just write their name or do whatever on it. So people
True.
will be most likely to sell those at a cheaper rate than they would like if something had like the plaque or seal of authenticity or something like that, right?
Right.
Right.
So
Right.
most of the time it's just got to be word of mouth. But like I see that they have his PEs. I see everything else. They even had a pair of like size 14 Chicago's because they never went up to a 15 in the off-white Chicago's. He
Oh
had
wow.
those
Okay.
signed as well, but they wanted like what, like 20 grand for that. I can't do that. But
Right.
what I
What
can do is
what you
get
got?
one of the off-white from the original 10 collection.
Mm. Ooh, the Blazers. Yeah. Oh yeah, those are fire. Oh yeah.
So I don't know
Oh
if you
yeah.
could see,
Oh yeah, it says
but
Virgin. Wow.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. This is Virgil. Holy shit.
So
Oh, Purse, my
he
bad. Oh wow.
So yeah, he had he had pairs, right, of off whites that were signed by the man R.I.P. Virgil.
Wow. Okay,
That's
that's
yeah,
very
that's
cool, man.
wild.
So that's one pair that I have, right? Which was signed by him. Now the other pair that I have, right, is another sneaker that only went up to a size 14, and you can tell it was for him because some of the initials, one of J.R. Smith's like nicknames or whatever, it was Swish, right?
Yeah.
So he has another pair that was signed for him by Virgil, and it's this pair.
Ooh,
Oh
JR
JR. Wow. And those
Prestos.
Prestos. That's crazy. That's crazy.
What does
That's
it
a
say right
grail
there?
right there. That's
Swish.
crazy. Hold on. Let
Oh
me
yeah,
see.
it's backwards. Never mind, because it's reverse. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So um and I have the other pair too, so you can see that he has.
Very cool, man. Wow. Definitely hold on to those.
Yeah, these are like if we're going over grails, these are
That's
ones
it.
that
That's
yeah,
it.
these
That's
yeah,
it.
these
Wow.
priceless. Priceless.
Wow.
Priceless.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your
So
what's your top five? What's your favorite kicks right now? Your top five kicks that you wear in rotation, like that you rock, like.
okay, so rotation wise, right? We old out here, so we gotta make sure that we, comfortable when we're going out, especially as a nurse. So I gotta make sure that
Yeah.
my kicks is not wearing me, that I'm wearing the kicks.
There you
Um
go.
right. So I just got some like regular beaters. I have the Adidas Forum 84s.
Nice.
Okay,
Yeah.
classics.
Yes.
Classics.
So
Classics.
I wear these literally like go to the gym, stepping out, like going to work. Like I do a lot of stuff in these. So that's one of them.
Yep.
I have one of my first ever pairs of Joe Fresh Goods New Balances. Like this is one of those ones I was like, yo, okay, I gotta thing.
Yeah.
That's the 2002 R. This was from his Conversation Among Us collection.
Dope.
So I wear these. Like you could tell, I've beaten these
Yeah,
to
Yeah.
the
put some
ground.
work into them. Yeah.
So yeah, and these are comfortable. So and then you got your good old Vomeros.
Mm.
You
Yep.
got your good old Romeros. These and it took somebody telling me like, "Yo, bro, these are comfortable. You should really try them on." For me to be like, "Okay, I
Yep.
see what he was saying." So,
Yep.
um, definitely the Romeros. What else do I have that I am currently? Oh yeah, I just wore these recently. Another pair of Joe Fresh Goods. Um, this is the 610 from his collaboration, like
Yep.
his hiking collection or whatever.
I
So
like
I
Yeah.
those.
have
Yeah.
these, yeah,
With the
that I
fire.
wore recently, literally like yesterday.
Fire.
Let's see, what else do I have too that I wore recently? And yeah, oh yeah, of course, gotta
Okay,
rock
those are your
these.
dailies too.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course, yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Daily drivers, they're comfortable. You can listen if they're comfortable and they stylish, you can't beat that. So
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
And they're
Yeah, that's a
comfortable too.
fact.
Yeah, I like them. Yeah, they're very comfortable. Like I play outdoor ball in those, and they feel pretty good. So I like how they feel on a concrete court.
hmm yeah, so those are my daily drivers right now.
Okay.
I already showed
Fire.
you. I already showed you
Fire.
two out of like my I want to say four grails right now. If I
Mm-hmm.
have to choose between two other sneakers that like like I'm not getting rid of no matter what, it is these right here. And I actually got these through Trade Block. So a lot of my sneakers, especially my New Balances from like Joe Fresh Goods, I got a lot of them through Trade Block. So like I was just trading sneakers, like I was doing a whole bunch of stuff just for me to end up getting like a lot of the collection. So I just finished completing the collection like 2 weeks ago because he did a restock for his aged well collection. He has like a
Right.
trailer coming out, or
Right.
movie coming out in the fall. And fun
Right.
fact, I'm in the second trailer. If you go on his page and you watch the
Oh
trailer,
wow.
you can see, yeah,
I actually saw that. I actually saw that. But you had a coat on. I actually saw that, bro.
yeah, yeah. So,
I
and
saw
that was
that.
when we went. That was when I went for the 992 aged well drop that he had at somewhere in the name of the store is called somewhere in DC.
That's fire.
Yeah. So
Did you
I,
did,
I
did you travel all the way to DC for that?
yeah, 4 hour drive at 4 a.m. in the morning.
Wow.
At 4 a.m. in the morning, a four
Mm-hmm.
hour drive for me to go there and wait in line. And
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know he was gonna be there. I was just going for the kicks because like size 15, my size. If I don't go in personally, I don't know if they're even gonna have it. It was literally a gamble because sometimes they have it in that size, sometimes they don't.
Yep.
Um, but he was there. He was there.
That's
I
fire.
met him. He was recording the documentary at the same time. So when I told him, I was like, "Yo, I have every pair." I was like, literally in the video, you can hear me saying, "Every pair of New Balance that I have is only this man, aka Joe." So,
That's
like
fire.
he literally
That's
quoted
fire.
me with that, and then I have the sneaker too that I got with the
Signed
box
by
on
him.
it.
That's fire.
Yeah.
That's
So
fire.
that
That's
was
fire.
definitely, and I told him I was size 15 too. I was like, "Yo, you wear 15?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, I need to meet more." I was been trying to meet more people that wear that size so I can gauge like how much more pairs that I can make. And I told him, I was like, "Yeah,
Wow.
like I'm like, listen, please, because I'm out here, like I said, competing with athletes and all of that. And if you're only making 5 pairs, 4 out of those 5 pairs is probably going to however
Yeah.
many people got the money to pay for that, and I really
True.
don't." So,
True.
Right.
um, but
Right.
yeah, so back to the grill collection. So the other two pairs that I have are his sneaker, and they were both Chicago exclusives, only released in Chicago. The first one I'm gonna show you is from his 1998 pack that he did with the 990 V4, which is the Keisha Blue.
Damn.
That's a cool color. Yeah, I
Okay.
like that.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah. You really follow his path, man. That's dope.
yeah. So and
Wow.
the thing that really gets me about his sneakers, that the thing that really got me started was like his storytelling. The man really knows how to link not just like community, but like stuff that he's watched, stuff that he's been through, stuff that like we all relate to the sneakers themselves. Just
Right,
from his
right.
just from his first collab, which I have right up here, which is also my grill because this is actually the most expensive sneaker that I own till this very day, and I won't say the price because I don't want
Mhm.
to get my fiance mad.
All right.
So this right here in a size 15
Oh, that's oh
was
man,
the
that's sick.
hardest. This is the hardest sneaker that
That's
I've
sick.
that I've ever had to collect or that I ever found in my size.
That's
And
sick.
when I told him I had it, he was like, "Yo, bro, like, how much did you pay for this?" I'm like, don't worry about it. Just know I had to compete with some athletes
Yeah,
for this pair.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, those are like my
Fire.
grails.
nice.
Those are
That's
like,
fire. That's
yeah.
fire. That's fire.
So real quick, so we're gonna be almost wrapping up this live. This is a great, awesome, man. I love the way you have a nice collection of different brands. It's not just one
Yeah.
thing. So you go through different avenues. So that's really really cool, man.
Yeah, yep.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate
real
that.
quick, Bobby, and taking us down to I wasn't expecting your Joe Fresh collection, but well done, sir. Well done, sir.
Yeah, very very cool,
Well
man.
done, well
Thank
done.
you.
And
Yep.
I love obviously your apparel and all those good pieces too. So real
Right.
quick before we leave, before we end this, we usually hold up one of our shoes for our thumbnail for this video. So whichever shoe is nearby you. I know T, you don't
Yep.
have any, so
No,
I guess you're gonna have to.
I'm about to go inside too. So yeah, I'm about to go inside, Bobby. But let's do
Yep,
it.
yep. Let's do that. I'm gonna hold up some Barclays.
Let's go. All right, hold on.
Hold that up.
All right, we got it, right?
Done deal. Yep.
Classic Barclays, Bobby.
Richard,
Classic kicks.
real quick before we sign off, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm literally only on Instagram right now. So my Instagram handle is at PAA underscore NII underscore the 90s African, living my life like nostalgia. So if you
Awesome.
find me there, if you could just find me there. I also do. I
Fire.
forgot to mention too. It's been a little while since I've dabbled in it, but I also do jewelry as well. Like I said, I'm from Ghana,
Nice.
so I have a lot of like old like beads and stuff and everything that I used to collect and like just make into different beads and pieces like bracelets, anklets, waist beads, chokers, all of that. And they all have different meanings behind them. So that page is actually called the Gold Coast Collection, like at the Gold Coast Collection underscore. I have it under my page as well
Okay,
for you to
cool.
link to. So that's my
Awesome.
jewelry page. That's like something that I like did on the side too. I dabble in it here and there. But that's like my other thing that like, if I'm not doing this vintage wise, I'll usually be there. So
Cool. Very, very cool.
All right,
That's
cool,
awesome,
cool.
man.
Bobby,
Yep.
Bobby, let me just say, cap us out, Bobby. But Richard, this has been a dope ride, man. You got an assignment, Fab Five, Fab Five assignment, Kickstory assignment for them Hirachi flights. Thank you, man. Appreciate what you bring to the table, to the mix, and salute to you, brother. Keep it going. The sneaker culture needs this, so you're very valuable. Appreciate you, brother.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Thank you guys.
Hmm.
Listen, and thank you guys for having this because we don't have, like I said, there's very few of us that are out here like really doing this and like educating people on it. And like I said,
Right,
for
right,
me, I've grown up through it. You guys have actually lived through it. So for you
right.
guys to be able to circle back and like really like to get the okay from you guys that have lived through this era, that have gone through this, that were there when they were releasing and stuff. So I really appreciate everything that you guys are doing. I ask you to continue to do so, continue to show out, continue to,
Thank you.
bring people on here that are continuing to spread the
Thank you.
message about,
Thank you.
everything nostalgia that just triggers us to be the inner child that we all wish to aspire to,
Yes. Awesome, man.
Look,
Thank you for that. Thank you so much for that, man. That's what we love to hear, man. And we
right.
definitely want to continue doing that too. So, and guys, real quick before we sign off, make sure you're subscribed. We're taking a break right now between seasons. Goatee, you're about to hit a home run with those the tens, hopefully, right? So good luck on that.
Yep.
And make sure to follow us, kickstreetpodcast.com. You'll see a link to all of our channels. Stay
Mhm.
locked, stay connected with us during this break. We're going into season 4 with some special stuff, some special trips, special guests, all that great stuff. So I can't wait for that. So be patient with us in this break right now. Richard, thank you once again for joining us.
Yes,
Goatee, good luck
sir.
on your win right now. So that's
I'm
it
about
for
to put
me,
the I'm
guys.
about to put the
Anything
goatee
else?
business on. Try to get these tins.
There you
That's right.
go.
All right, fellas.
All right. Take it
Happy
easy, guys.
Saturday. Have a great one. Be safe. God bless.
You
We'll see you on
too.
the next one. All right, guys?
All right.
Later, guys.
Peace.